Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns had an epic reaction to fellow WWE superstar Big E, heaping praise on him during the Raw Netflix premiere post-show press conference. The OTC responded to the praise immediately after. On Raw's debut on Netflix, Reigns took on Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match. Ultimately, the OTC beat Sikoa to become the tribal chief once again. Later in the night, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman sat down during the post-show press conference to answer media questions. At one point, Reigns heard former WWE champion Big E calling him the best superstar of the current era, and arguably the best of all time. Reigns had a big smile, and then said something to the media immediately after. Unfortunately, his comments were inaudible, but he certainly seemed pleased. Check out the video below. In 2021, Reigns and E faced off in an inter-brand champion versus champion match at Survivor Series. Reigns picked up the win over E that night. In a chat with Sports Illustrated, E had the following to say about Reigns: Reigns has taken the Ula Fala back from Solo Sikoa after his big win on Raw. With the road to WrestleMania 41 about to begin, fans are pretty excited to find out what WWE has in store for Reigns at the mega event. Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the undisputed champion of the WWE, has made his mark in the professional wrestling world over the years. As the face of WWE for a long time, he's carried the company through some of its most challenging periods. With his dominance in the ring and his unrivaled confidence, Reigns has earned the respect of his peers and the adoration of millions of fans around the globe. However, that doesn't mean he is immune to the bold claims and challenges from his fellow superstars. Recently, one such challenge came from none other than Big E, the powerhouse of the New Day, a former WWE champion in his own right. Known for his charisma, strength, and infectious personality, Big E made waves on a recent episode of WWE SmackDown, when he boldly claimed that Roman Reigns' reign at the top was coming to an end. He suggested that Reigns had become complacent in his position, and that a new era was dawning, one in which he, Big E, would emerge as the new face of the company. This bold claim sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. Fans, analysts, and even other superstars were left speculating about the potential confrontation that could be on the horizon between the two dominant forces in WWE. But how would Roman Reigns, a man who had built his career on being the most dominant champion in recent memory, react to such a challenge? Would he take Big E's words lightly, or would he rise to the occasion and show the world that no one, not even Big E, could take his throne? Roman Reigns' initial reaction. Roman Reigns, true to his persona, didn't immediately take to social media or offer a statement in front of the cameras to address Big E's comments. Instead, he remained silent for several days, letting the buzz around the claim grow. Reigns' silence only added fuel to the fire, as fans eagerly awaited his response. Then, during a live segment on WWE SmackDown, Reigns finally spoke. Standing tall in the center of the ring, flanked by his cousins, the Usos, Roman looked every bit the king of the mountain he was. With a microphone in hand, he slowly paced around the ring, the arena hushed in anticipation. "You don't think I care about some claim made by a guy who's still stuck in the past?" Reigns began, his voice calm but dripping with authority. "Big E, you want to talk about a new era, you want to talk about change? Let me tell you something, I am the era, I've been the era, I've been the one carrying this company on my back for years, and you think you're gonna step up and just take my throne? I don't think so." The crowd erupted into cheers, but Reigns wasn't finished. His eyes narrowed as he continued. "You want to be the face of WWE, you want to lead this company. You don't get to just claim that spot, you have to earn it. And trust me, Big E, there's no one who's earned it like I have. There's no one who's been through what I've been through, so keep talking because you'll just end up like everyone else, trying, failing, and getting left behind." The Usos added their 2 cents, echoing their cousin's sentiments, but Roman's words had already hit home. The message was clear. Big E had underestimated the power and the dominance of Roman Reigns. Big E responds. Big E, ever the confident and boisterous personality, wasn't one to back down from a challenge. His words were just as bold as Reigns, and the two exchanged verbal jabs for weeks, heightening the tension between the two. But Big E didn't shy away from Reigns' claims. The New Day member appeared on WWE Raw, addressing the WWE Universe about his recent comments on Roman Reigns. "You know what, Roman, I've been hearing what you've been saying, and I get it, you're the big dog, the head of the table, but guess what, every reign, no matter how long it lasts, eventually has to end, it's inevitable. I'm not coming for your throne, because I need it. I'm coming for your throne because I deserve it, and trust me, I'm not afraid of you. I've been through wars, I've been on top of the mountain, and I've been knocked down, but you know what? I always get back up, and I'm coming for everything that's mine." Big E's words were a declaration of intent. He wasn't backing down, and he wasn't afraid of the challenge ahead. He was prepared to face Reigns, not as an underdog, but as someone who felt that he had earned the right to be at the top. This set the stage for what could be one of WWE's biggest rivalries in recent years. Roman Reigns' calculated response. Roman Reigns, always strategic in his thinking, wasn't going to rush into a confrontation without making sure he was in control. In a backstage segment, Reigns spoke once again, this time to Paul Heyman, his trusted advocate. "Big E thinks he can just waltz in here and take what's mine?" Reigns asked, his tone dripping with venom. "He doesn't understand the weight of this, he doesn't understand what it means to be at the top. I'm not just the Universal Champion, I'm the face of this company, I've done things that Big E can't even imagine. I'm not gonna let some former champion try and take everything I've built." Paul Heyman, ever the eloquent speaker, added, "Roman, we don't need to explain anything, the world knows the truth. Big E may have a big mouth, but he doesn't have the pedigree, that discipline or the dominance of the tribal chief. You are untouchable, my tribal chief." Roman nodded, but the wheels in his mind were clearly turning. He knew that Big E's challenge couldn't be ignored. In fact, he saw it as a potential opportunity to solidify his position once again. "I'll let Big E talk," Roman said, a smirk creeping onto his face. "But when the time comes, he'll understand what happens when you challenge the head of the table." The battle begins. The tension between Roman Reigns and Big E finally reached its boiling point at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. The two were set to face off in a match that had been heavily hyped as a clash of two worlds, the unshakable dominance of Roman Reigns versus the strength and determination of Big E. Both men came into the match with a point to prove, but it was clear that Reigns was still the more experienced and dangerous competitor. The match itself was an absolute war. Big E brought everything he had to the table, matching Roman's intensity with every move. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, wondering whether Big E could truly overcome the beast that Roman had become. But as the match progressed, it became clear that Reigns' ability to control the pace of the match and impose his will on Big E was unparalleled. Roman dominated for much of the contest, showing why he was regarded as the top star in the company. Every time Big E tried to fight back, Roman was there to shut him down with vicious strikes, suplexes, and powerful moves. However, Big E wasn't going down without a fight. He fought back with every ounce of strength he had, hitting Reigns with a series of belly-to-belly suplexes and a thunderous big ending. But Roman refused to stay down, his resilience and cunning pushing him through the pain. In the final moments of the match, Roman Reigns locked in the guillotine choke, a move that had become synonymous with his reign of terror. Big E struggled valiantly, trying to escape, but the pressure was too much. With no choice left, Big E passed out, and Roman Reigns emerged victorious once again. Aftermath and reflection. After the match, Roman Reigns stood tall, his chest heaving, as he held the Universal Championship high. He had proven his point. No one, not even Big E, could take his spot at the top. But as Reigns looked down at the unconscious Big E, there was a moment of silent respect. Big E had given everything he had, and while Reigns had won the battle, it was clear that Big E had earned his place as a worthy challenger. Roman spoke to the WWE Universe one final time that night. "Big E, you've got heart, I'll give you that, but this is my world, and the world knows it. I am the tribal chief, and no one, not you, not anyone, is going to change that." The rivalry may have ended in Roman's favor, but Big E had shown that he was a force to be reckoned with. As the days passed, fans continued to debate what would come next for both men. Would Big E ever get another shot at Roman Reigns? Only time would tell. But one thing was for sure, the seeds of a future battle had been planted, and the WWE Universe would be watching closely to see how this story would unfold. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.